Guys, what are we going to look at today? We are going to look at some unusual knives. I see these and I just picture a conversation being at the shop being like, hey, I got an idea. And somebody says, is it a good one? And then it goes back. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So you guys know what time it is. Turn down the volume. Here comes a little bit of music. Have picked out 4 different knives that either through deployment or design or just the aesthetics I would consider unusual. Not all of them are great. Not all of them are safe and functional in my opinion, but we're going to take a look at them from above in just a second. So you guys know what time it is. Let's turn this around and take a good close look at these 4 unique, unusual knives. To my attention that after the edit and after the upload, for some reason the picture of Walt G did not show up. So Walt sent me a picture of him wearing my merchandise. But so before we get into the video any further, here's a picture of Walt wearing my merchandise. Because I have to tell you that this first knife, while it is, in my opinion, terrible, is an award-winning knife. So this is the CRKT Vanoy Snap Lock. Now this does not hit any good bells and whistles for me. It's uncomfortable. It is difficult to manipulate. It seems hazardous, but it did win the most innovative knife of 2004 at Blade Show. So like I said, this is the CRKT Vanoy Snap Lock. The way this works is you have to, this is all right, I have to get myself ready. I'll pull my sleeves up, make sure I'm ready. So you have to, let me see, you have to push out that way, and then you have to push back this way and then let it slide through. Now, there's an extra pocket clip for this so that you can carry it the other way. If you were to continue, you can push that this way and come all the way around. It goes all the way 360 degrees around so that you can just, you know, swap the pocket clip. Now, I've been playing with this. I've had this for several years and I have never gotten to where I feel comfortable with this knife. Like you touch the edge and surprisingly, this is actually pretty sharp. This is one of those like, can we do it? Yeah, but should we? Probably not. This is possibly one of the most dangerous knives I have ever held and owned. And I mean, I've definitely dealt with a bunch of knives in my life. Can I say something good about it? What can I say? It's well machined. It's, the finish on it's attractive. The lock is unique, definitely. But this is another one of those ones where like, this is something that should have, this probably should never have made it out of the prototype stage. Like this should have been something that someone looked at and said, you want to do what now? And then dissuaded the designer from doing it. But it does exist, and this is mine, and it's probably going to wind up being a giveaway one of these days. I actually had somebody win it a giveaway, and they never got back in touch with me, and I just never did it again. So this is the Vanoy Snap Lock, the first one of the, how do I be nice about this? I just can't. Next one is another CRKT. They have a history of CRKT will take stuff and make stuff that should have never made it out of the prototype stage. This is the CRKT Roller Lock. This is, so this looks like this would be, you would want to hold it like this, right? Because that's the way most knives are built. That looks like the tail end of the knife, and that looks like where the pivot would be. Oh, no, ladies and gentlemen, not this time. This time it goes like that. So what you have to do to close this knife is you then have to break that loose. You have to bring this back. Now this is where it's dangerous because sometimes it doesn't want to go in, and you're fighting with this with 2 hands. So open is easy. Closed is kind of a pain. There's a lock bar thing here that you push on. So basically what you do is you push this, and you can watch this little pivot thing, this little pin is going to drop down and slide forward a little bit. Yeah, there you go, because it's under a little spring tension, and you just have to slide it forward until it locks. And it looks like a knife with the handle on backwards, which I'm going to say aesthetically I don't find attractive. But then this is the hazardous. It is really hazardous because to get this to close, you have got to
you've got to fight with it and get it. You have to fight with it until you can get that down in position and then drop it in. And it absolutely takes two hands. Open, easy. Closed, hazardous. Closed is kind of, you know, you run the risk, like you have to hold on to that towards the tip. You run the risk of cutting yourself, getting your finger down in there. And then, like I said, why is the handle on, let's take a comparison. That looks like the pivot. That looks like the tail end of a knife. That looks like how it would feel comfortable in your hand. Pinky finger down here. No, not CRKT. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put the handle on it backwards and put probably the least effective lock mechanism I've ever seen on a knife in it. So there's number 2, the roller lock. How do I say something? You know what? I'm going to give up on saying anything good about these first couple knives. This is horrendous. And then look at that pocket clip. That is hideous. These are some unusual, possibly unsafe, definitely unsafe, possibly dangerous knives. So let's get to the next one. This next one I threw in just now because there's nothing design-wise other than the aesthetics of this knife that I find repugnant. This is the Spyderco Q skeletonized. Now, this is just a standard folding knife. It's got a back lock on it. It's actually not a bad little lock. It's not real sturdy. There's some blade play. But my issue is, why, Spyderco? Why would you do this? Like, I do understand this was a display knife. It went out with the 30th anniversary of Blade magazine. It was in the display, and so Spyderco had this in a display up above, and then like a miniaturized copy of the 40th or 30th anniversary of Blade magazine, and then all their other models below it in a display. This was a gift from one of my paying members. It does have an innovative pocket clip. You can actually swap this pocket clip. You squeeze these in, and you can just like kind of squeeze that into these little spots, and you can have a multiple point pocket clip. And the actual knife itself, while it is not a knife for me, the blade is done fairly well. All of this laser cutout that was done on this is incredibly well done. It's just, it's so flimsy, so light. It's just not something I would ever carry. This is also going to wind up being a giveaway on the channel to the paying members. I do those off-site now. I don't do them on here, but this is something I'm going to be giving away to them. It was a gift. It was meant to be that way. But these are kind of rare, but they are definitely unusual. So once again, can we? Yes. Should we? Let's take that back to the drawing board. You know, is this one of those knives I don't think should have made it out of the prototype stage? No, I think that a little bit more material here, a little bit better lock. This could have been a very nice little ultralight pocket knife, but the way it is and the configuration I have it, I mean, let's see here. Like, it is as flimsy as it gets. It's the closest to a gas station knife I've ever seen out of a Spyderco. So there you go. Number 3, the Spyderco Q. All right, guys, that leads us to our last one. I got this in from a paying member, Winston Cabretti. He sent this to me. I mean, this is a knife that I honestly saw a person write who decided to let this out of the prototype stage. So the first 2 and this one, all knives that I believe should probably have never gone to production. This is it's a unique concept, but it's a very flimsy design, not well made at all. So this is the Uzi collapsible fixed blade knife, and that is the only name for it that I found it. It does have a unique sheath and lashing system. This is, you know, basically you can wrap this around however you want and lash it to yourself, and it just stays on there with a little Velcro. But the deployment. All right, guys, I'm putting off the inevitable. Let's get to the deployment. There you go. So this knife comes out and is a full-sized fixed blade, and these 2 little hot dog forks that you'd use while you were camping, they go in the handle of the knife if you can get them lined up, which I rarely can very well, and you just push it in to the sheath. Let's look at that one more time so you guys can soak that all in. Those are flimsy at best. The knife itself not great. There's a lot of play in it. And then back into the sheath we go. You got to get those lined up, and then you can close it down on it. Should we? No. Can we? Yes. Interesting concept, but very poorly thought out and designed. I do like the sheath though. I wish that I wish it had been done better, because I could see this being a viable thing. You know, it does take up less space that way, and then you have a full fixed blade knife, and you can put it in either way. But like I said, just getting that lined up, especially if you're in the dark or you're out in the field and you've got this lashed onto your gear, you could hurt yourself. You could hurt yourself very easily. So yet another knife that should probably have never left the prototype stages. Guys, I can't take any more of this. Let's turn this around and do some final thoughts.
Guys, that's it on this one. All those knives were strange and unique. Some of them, the majority of them, I really don't think are safe or functional. But you know, they are unique, and you guys might like them. Some people, one of them won an award at Blade Show, so who knows? If you guys want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. Helps push channels up the algorithm. Hit that bell icon. Make sure that you have notifications set up on your device. If you want to support the channel other ways, I have a membership down below in the description. It gets you in on all kinds of different benefits based on tier. Everybody gets access to my Gilded server where we sit and chat. We've got all kinds of different stuff set up there. Everyone saves $5 per knife on sharpening service that I have. And if you're a premium tier member, you have access to my sharpening tutorial series. Other ways you can do it, I have a lot of stuff down in the affiliate links down below. Anything you purchase with the affiliate links, I get a little bit at checkout, and they don't charge you anything extra. And the final way is I have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co. I have set you up a coupon code that works anywhere on Ember Shirt Co. That coupon code is CrazySharp, capital C, capital S, all one word, CrazySharp. Saves you 10% at checkout. And like you saw earlier, I don't know why that didn't make it through the edit in one of the other videos, but I will put pictures of you, if you send them to me wearing my merchandise, I will put pictures of you in the video somewhere. So guys, that's it on this one. I hate refilming. It always comes out bad. That's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comments section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video.